Welcome back to Professor Layton and Pandora's Box. So let's recap the story.
Welcome to Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box, as known as it over here in America.
Exactly. Unable to send her back to London.
Pedro actually prefers.
Yeah, like you'll see eventually when we get through the end of this game that the Diabolical Box title is, in my opinion, much more fitting of the story, but we'll get to that.
Well, you did say it has nothing to do with Pandora.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Welcome to Professor Layton and his friends.
The box has nothing to do with the actual legendary Pandora's Box, so I have no idea what they call it.
So yes,
Diabolical.
Oh, it's a miracle. You're all right, my sweet little Tapuami. I've missed you so, my baby, my boy.
Yep.
This is Tom. We were under the impression that we were searching for a boy, not a mutt with a fancy haircut.
How dare you compare my darling Tommykins to some common street mongrel?
Tommykins, I know I've heard that name before.
Lost dogs are no matter for the Scotland Yard. Next time,
Next time he goes missing, find out.
Come on, Barton. We've got real cases to solve. Yes, sir, Inspector.
You know, ma'am, you should get your dog chipped.
Don't you walk away from me! I want to have a word with you about your atrocious manners!
You kinda did waste their time without giving them any specifications, though.
Well, enough of that. He's such a darling that I feared someone might have kidnapped him and held him for ransom.
Maybe we should keep Flora's involvement in Tom's disappearance to ourselves.
Good idea, my boy.
Sure.
My voice doesn't go that high.
I do believe a reward is in order. Here, I know it's quite generous, but I insist.
I'm surprised.
This is generous, you stupid. I hear we're making a stop in the quaint village by the name of Dropstone.
Yes, she's a snobby rich bitch, so that's
How
kind
much
of the
longer until you get there, Professor?
2 days. Oh, sorry, I'm not entirely sure. Why don't we rest until we get there? That should make the time pass faster.
You see, Dwibs, This is what evens out you playing Emma this. You get to go between deep voice to high voice.
Yes.
Or is that the other way around?
It turns out that Tom wasn't really a child, as originally thought, but rather Babette's pet dog. It would seem that Babette's affection for Tom is so deep that she considers him much more than just a pet.
How ironic that the dog gravitated towards Flora more than his own
Gabe,
owner.
I just said that.
Flora's a much nicer person, it seems.
Indeed.
Well, Flora was actually raised in a village of good robots, so...
And yet she's just as rich, technically.
Well, until I found that little dog, I'll just be relaxing in my room.
Actually, Jova, she's not rich, actually, because she gave up on the riches.
Oh, I know. I'm saying that technically she is rich, and she still does technically own it, albeit she's not really...
She left it there to keep all her friends alive.
Exactly. It's like, well, yeah, she comes from a sort of similar wealthy background, but she uses her experience a lot better.
She has her head screwed on properly.
Yeah, in the third game, we'll actually get to see her solve some puzzles herself.
You were just a wall away from us, and I never so much as suspected you were there. It would seem that my powers of observation are rather rusty.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't hit yourself too hard, Layton. Oh.
My word! No, sorry, that was terrible. My word! Oh, God damn it, I'm getting worse.
Oh, no,
You're
don't tell...
British, Dwibs! Pull yourself together!
No, it's not my British. That's
Samuel,
my acting.
Dwibs, you're beluga.
Samuel, you don't. I couldn't be that. I'm sorry.
Just chill out. There's a broken train like just sitting on the track. Until
No,
we
wait.
can move that thing out of the way, we're not going anywhere, man.
Oh, wait! Oh, no, I almost forgot! This is where the Dementors come onto the train!
Ow!
By the way, in case Dwibs and Shiro are wondering, no, I'm not making this voice up. We later get to see him actually talk, and he actually sounds like the punk rocker kind of guy.
But trees
I
are heavy, man.
guess-
How am I supposed to move it?
I will not take excuses, especially not from a laybout conductor like you who barely earns his keep. I don't care how you do it, just get it done.
This
Read
is
the instruction book, man.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Just turn it down a notch, Uncle.
Uncle? I might be your uncle, but I'm also president of this railway, and I demand you address me as such.
He's his uncle? They're related?
Okay, alright, sure.
Wow.
Oh, do I have to switch between Layton and...
Yeah.
Bah! I'm too nice to that indolent, scruffy nephew of mine. All the else does is complain.
Yeah, that was pretty much my reaction when I found out that they were related when I first played this game. It's like, even as uncle and nephew, the
What seems to be the
resemblances...
Well, again, this is a... whatever. I'm sorry, Mr. Passenger. See, there's this gigantic freight train parked on the tracks, and it's... Oh, clearing the tracks is going to take some time, so sit back with something fizzy and wait.
I see.
Maybe we can solve it with a puzzle.
Can I lend you a hand?
Actually, that's exactly what we're going to do. For real? Oh, yeah, that would be way helpful.
Luke, push the train.
You think you can find a way to move the train blocking the tracks so we can, get moving?
Step aside now. We're not going anywhere until that train moves off the tracks. Until we get this train out the way, the Molentary Express ain't going nowhere.
That's a shame.
All right.
Time for
We'll
a
solve the
puzzle.
puzzle while we wait.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a simple swapping puzzle. Swap the positions of the two trains along the tracks. Move the carriages one at a time and make sure that the numbers by the side of the track match the numbers on each carriage. So basically, I have to move all the green carriages into the green spots and all the red carriages into the red spots.
So I guess we can assume that Layton and Luke are strong enough to move the trains as we're seeing the trains being moved right now.
All right, this one
Guess
was
he
very
was
simple.
stronger than he
Th-
looked.
And now to test my
This
theory.
one was incredibly simple, and I even solved it in the very
A
minimum
true
amount of
gentleman
moves.
leaves no puzzle
But
unsolved.
there's gonna be one later on where that's actually more complicated.
Like I said, headcanon, Layton and Luke
Hopefully,
are
we
strong
should
enough
now
to
be able to
move the
continue
trains
on our
like
journey.
that. And they were
Looks like
doing
we're good
that.
to go. Give me just a second now. I can read my dialogue, sorry.
I wouldn't be surprised if we could.
True.
You're going too fast, Pedro.
I know.
Finally moving
Sorry.
again.
It shouldn't be too much longer before we arrive in Dropstone.
I wonder if we'll find any useful information there.
Jova?
I hope so.
Yes, I'm here.
not talking to myself here.
I'm here. Hello.
I'm talking to myself here.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. You just didn't say your line.
You cut out for a minute there for us.
Oh, cutscene.
I
Oh,
hate
cutscene.
when Skype does that.
Actually, this cutscene is just a train moving, so there's
Oh.
nothing.
Oh.
Actually,
So
it's a
this-
train moving and day coming out on Dropstone. Actually, but yeah.
Yeah.
Again, bigger but again.
Wow,
Again,
look at those
So, yeah.
3D graphics.
level 5. So yeah, level 5. Showing off that bigger budget, are we?
Welcome to Dropstone. 50th anniversary.
Nice.
Wow,
I
it's
can't buy
fireworks
one
during
to join
daylight. You
again.
know it's serious.
Chapter 2: The Country Village of Dropstone. The train's looking pretty trashed, so we're stopping here for repairs.
Oh.
It doesn't look too bad to me.
We've got at least 3 hours till we're ready to roll, so why don't you catch the local sites?
A capital idea. Besides,
Ha.
there's what information we might stumble upon in the village.
The professor Luke
Game,
and Flora
stop
decided
telling
to
me
take
stuff
in
I
sights
already
around
know.
Dropstone.
Professor, who said that?
The narrator.
Yes, I'm
yes.
the narrator.
Yes, the annoying narrator who doesn't know when to shut up and keeps stating
Hey!
the
Someone over there looks
That's a
familiar.
narrator's job.
Yeah, boy.
Is that Tom Riddle's
Well, Mr.
grandmother I
Layton,
see?
how are you enjoying your time here in Dropstone?
It's delightful. Every once in a while, it's nice to leave the city and enjoy the countryside.
Indeed it is, Professor. Like that time when the air is so fresh and clean. It must be nice to live here all the time. I'm so jealous.
Stick
all
to the
I
script.
have is a rich mansion to live in with my ever so rich father.
And so you should be, young man. There's something about this place that makes you feel like a new man.
And with the village celebrating its 50th anniversary today, our timing couldn't be better.
I'll say.
Come to think of it, your Molentary Express turned 50 this year, didn't it? Quite the coincidence.
There is no such thing as
Oh,
coincidence in the world, Layton.
Yes, it is.
Foreshadowing.
Sheer coincidence, of course.
Yeah, sure, a coincidence.
It could have been fun
Right.
to have a double anniversary celebration here at the festival.
Well, we already have a grand 50th anniversary celebration planned at an exclusive venue in London.
You know, considering how pretty much coincidence is all but a falsity in the Layton universe, as far as I figure, it was only a matter of time before it actually shared the same universe as Ace Attorney. Because both of those worlds have no such thing as coincidence.
It will.
Well-
On that note, I'm afraid I'll have to excuse myself. Good day to you, Mr. Layton.
Good day to you, Mr. Beluga.
Well, I guess there's one case in Ace Attorney when it is just a coincidence.
Aye, it's already a year since she passed away. Time truly does just fly by. She?
Well, that was solemn.
Who do you think he was talking about, Professor?
His imaginary friend. I haven't the slightest idea, Luke.
Well, that's nothing new.
Are you saying I'm dumb?
No, I'm just saying it's nothing new.
Alright, Luke, just for that, I'm stealing your hat, and I will not let you have it back until you apologize.
Joke's on you! I have several copies of the same hat underneath each hat.
How does that even work?
I'm a rich
and
boy,
who
I
do
can
we
make
have
things
here?
work just like that.
Visitors from out of town?
Indeed we are. We were travelling on the Molentary Express, but we've stopped here for repairs.
If you're here for repairs, there's only one place you could be headed. Am I right?
Depends on what sort of repairs you're referring to, mister.
Only one place we could be headed?
Yeah, the junkyard.
What do you mean, sir? I hope you don't mean be beheaded.
I was just thinking out loud. Yeah, just looking at myself. Forget about it. Here, did you notice the festival that's going on here on Dropstone?
Wow, nothing suspicious going here.
Yeah, definitely not. Today marks the 50 years since the founding of our village. Make sure you have some fun.
Why, this is the most least conspicuous village we've been to since Curious Village. St. Mystere.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Layton without a curious village.
Professor Layton and the Curious Second Village.
Wow, look at all the stuff here to do.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible how this game has much more to do than Final... wait,
I've never
sorry.
been to a
I'm-
festival before. It's wonderful.
I know what you were going to say, Pedro, and I agree.
Mr. Duarte, what have I told you? Do not reference other franchises in mine. That's not the gentlemanly thing to do.
Well,
That's
now's your
correct,
chance
Professor.
to
I'm
make
sorry.
the
I will
most
re-
time.
I'll-
Let's explore.
This is my franchise. We will talk about me.
I apologize, Professor. I would refrain from doing that from now on.
Yes,
Good.
what? Where should we go first?
Oh, let's look at that booth over there. I want to see what they've got.
Why don't I get any lies? This is
Is
my
it a chocolate
game.
fountain?
Don't worry, Professor. You'll get your lines. A lot of them.
But I'm the main... Oh, you two better watch where you're running or you're liable to crash into something.
Ow, that hurt!
Is that also foreshadowing?
Oh, hello. That shadowy character looks familiar, doesn't he?
Yes, quite. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to know about it yet.
Oh, Layton, knowing how smart you are, you probably already knew he was there.
Why,
Hey there,
hello there,
fellas.
fellas.
Ah, okay.
No.
I'm in a real bind here. Help an old gal out, will you?
What seems to be the problem, madam?
Well, you see, my sweet little bird fell down the hole in the ground.
Did the old lady age 10 years from one line to another line?
Apparently.
I believe there's something we can try.
Wait,
Puzzle time,
oh my
Luke.
god, she's Agatha! That's why.
Luke, puzzle time.
Right.
Oh no,
Wait,
Laurel's poor
Professor,
little
I
bird
broke
has
my
fallen
view.
down a hole in the ground.
Oh,
In front of the bird are 3 paths labeled A, B, and C. Which tunnel should the bird take in order to make back above ground?
It's
Oh,
a simple
great.
maze puzzle.
I'm going mad. I'm calling for Luke when he's not here.
So yeah, I don't really need to explain how this puzzle works. We all know how
It's a maze.
labyrinths. It's a maze. We all know how these kind of things work. So basically what I'm doing right now, I'm thinking, thinking about all the paths. In fact,
Is it C?
Consider this puzzle
puzzle
solved.
solved.
And yes,
And there we have
Oh.
it.
Well done, Professor.
Very nice. The bird can safely escape her underground confines by following tunnel B. Any other tunnel will lead her deeper and underground or into the mouth of a very hungry snake.
Well, that sounds like a fate cruel.
Wait, why am I here all of a sudden?
I teleported you here,
Here's
Luke.
my little birdie. I was very cheapy, stuck down there forever.
Well, don't forget that Luke is very good with animals, so usually when it comes to something like this, it's always Luke who handles things.
But how's he there? I thought he was with what's her name?
Flora.
Yeah, her.
The T-set minigame has been added to the trunk.
Outside.
Uh-oh, a tea set minigame. You know what this means. Time for tea parties. Do-do-do-do.
Luke, stop doing music like that. It gives me horrible memories.
But Professor, that was the narrator.
Anyway, the T-set
Tell him he's
allows you to
fired.
mix... we can add multiple measures to a herb to increase that herb's effect on the tea. Basically, the way this tea is going to work is sometimes you find a villager who's like thirsty, and you can notice by him having a different animation in the field, and you can make him a cup of tea to make him feel more fresh or cool, and you'll get a reward out of it.
Nino,
if you manage
anyone?
Or chow.
That too, yeah. Combine the ingredients together to make a variety of delectable teas. Tea ingredients currently in your possession can be found in the boxes shown on the touchscreen.
Because without
It's my
tea,
own
we're
special
definitely
brew, so I
not
can't
British.
guarantee the taste.
Touch an ingredient to learn its name and the properties it can give to your tea.
Education.
What's poison doing here?
When you're ready to make tea, touch the ingredients you want to use and drag them into the teapot. You'll need to put 3 measures into the teapot before you can start brewing your tea.
Yes.
Keep in mind that you can use more than 1 measure of the same herb in your concoctions.
My god, a minigame about tea, and it actually doesn't seem too boring.
Once you put your third ingredient in the teapot, place the lid on the top of the teapot to start brewing your tea. And what makes it even more fun is that we actually get reactions from Layton and Luke to whatever kind of tea we just made.
I know, leave it to level 5 to make a minigame about making tea fun. Actual legitimate fun.
That's level 5's adding character to the things that usually don't have character. That's pretty much what this series is. Taking brain-teasing puzzles and adding a shit ton of character to it.
It even takes the mundane activities like making tea or the stuff that you do in Layton's life.
As a Brit, I do not find making tea mundane.
Oh,
It's commonplace around here.
it's very common around here too in America. Granted, we often use a teapot.
Let's just
Help!
let's just say there's a reason why these games sell more better in Europe.
Yeah, they're obviously aimed towards Europe. Not that I don't like them, but yeah, it's
Java.
obvious.
I certainly have to tip my hat
Yes,
to this
Pedro?
tea's drinkability. I imagine it'll be delicious
boy.
as well.
Oh, yeah, then since it's not.
Yes, I myself am partial to its lovely fruity aftertaste. Haha, Luke, I stole your thunder.
Dash it all, Professor!
I'm feeling less than my best. Will you make me a tea with oasis leaf, briskberry, and citrona seed?
Sure thing, Professor.
This is splendid, Luke. This is truly testament to the restorative power of tea.
Professor?
And we found a hint coin in the teacup.
Wow,
Wait, so
I
Luke-
knew we...
Luke, why is there a coin in my tea?
I don't know, it's your
This
tea,
is
sir.
tea,
You
not
tell
Christmas
me,
pudding.
Professor. Why is there a hint coin in your tea cup set?
Let's ask the Brits in
Yeah.
let's ask the Brits in the group. Liz, Shira, have you ever found any hint coins in your tea?
Not that I know of.
No.
Are you sure you didn't accidentally swallow it?
Gracious, this river couldn't be finer for celebrating Dropstone's feast. My memory is not what it used to be.
Joe, but you're
But
right.
you're not
Maybe
from
this
around
is
here,
why
are
I'm bad at
Waiting for
crosswords.
the
It's because I
train.
keep eating all the coins.
That would make sense.
This guy.
Well,
Hint
this
coin's
isn't
probably
the first time it's up.
compatible.
As fancy as that train is, chin up, sonny. More often than not, the train gets fixed in few hours.
All right,
That's
I apologize
nice.
for I apologize for this part having slightly faster talk, but let's just say
What was the
this-
festival? Thank you for the information.
Unfortunately, I kind of screwed up a bit when recording this part, but don't worry, don't
Like a
worry,
copy of
we'll get
Flora.
better in the next part.
I'd like
It's
to ask
okay.
about a relic known as the Elysian Box. You may also know it as Pandora's Box.
Yeah,
Oh dear me.
Diabolical backs in America.
I mean, oh dear me. I've never heard of the dreadful thing. Never, you hear.
Brilliant.
It's got a Russian-sounding name.
Yeah, I know that. I was
That's
actually
why it's
supposed.
brilliant.
I'm not sure if I want to talk to you anymore. To be frank, I was in high spirits till you came along. Now I'm grumpier than cat in rain.
Well, that was
You
rude.
want to prove you're sorry for ruining my day? Solve this here puzzle.
What?
So basically, every time we mention the diabolical box to anyone in this town, they immediately get uneasy about it.
What is it about
So
Professor Luke and
clearly,
Layton?
so clearly, there's something. This town has something to do with the Elysian Box.
What
Time
is
to
it with-
investigate.
What is it with Luke and Layton constantly coming to villages where there's a special catch? It's like a curious village. In Saint Mystere, everyone was a robot. In this, we had the thing about the Elysian Box, and well, wait till you see the city we go to in the third game. God, I can't wait for that.
It's a common trope in the original trilogy, but when we get to the prequel trilogy, they mix it up by making things different.
Especially with the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to say, wait till you see the city we go to in the third one. That's probably my favorite of the free towns.
Indeed. So that, meanwhile, there's a puzzle going on, but it's been okay. I guess I might as well just skip explaining this one.
This is one of the less story-oriented puzzles.
Well, yeah, this is more about. Well, yeah, I'm getting to know the.
How much longer you think?
Well, you kind of gave me a puzzle that's not that simple, so I kind of have to take my time.
I'm amazed that the guy just had this
Test
puzzle.
my theory.
So apparently this Russian guy just had this puzzle
And
on
there
it.
we have it.
No, you see,
Who doesn't have a puzzle on them?
a common running gag with the Layton universe is that a lot of people, when people can solve their puzzle, a certain puzzle, they keep it for themselves. And every time someone pisses them off or something, look, if you want to, oh come on, okay, fine, make up for me by solving this puzzle. I've been banging my head trying to solve this one, so see if you can
puzzles are
solve it.
also a way of redeeming honor.
That's
in this
depicted.
version.
Very nice.
Puzzles are king.
Puzzles are
You got a
blackmail.
good hit on those soldiers, sonny.
Wow.
Shoulders, sonny. Mind you, you need one to wear that hat.
Might as well edit that puzzles are magic as well.
Now get out
As-
of here before
Yes,
I call in the...
it is true. It is true, as we'll learn in the third game.
Now get out of here before I call Kremlin.
I tell you, Shiro and Dwibs, wait till we get to the third game of Professor Layton. That is still to this day my favorite Professor Layton game.
Well, yeah, that's always the people's favorite. It's always like it's Rave's favorite. It's every Layton fan I've talked to is always picks Lost Future as his favorite. But yeah,
Shall I take in some more of the plaza sites then?
though Azure Legacy came very close to matching it,
Azure
in my
Legacy
opinion.
definitely came close, but
Which one was Azure like? Was Azure in the last game?
Yeah.
Azure Legacy, the last prequel, yes.
Okay.
It was basically a big
Technically the
nostalgic.
last Layton game.
It was basically a big.
How can you have a
Hard
nostalgia fest in a prequel?
It wasn't
No,
a
no,
prequel.
trust me, Wibbs. The way they did it was really, really clever. Just
Actually, it
trust me
was,
on that.
Shiroi.
Oh,
Because
that's odd.
Azure Legacy actually ends with Layton and Luke going to Saint Mystere.
Yeah, like after the big heartwarming ending, after the credits, we actually see a scene with them going basically they do a come full circle kind of thing. So it's really cool.
Which is sort
Like,
of why I
I-
like to play Curious Village after I got to the end of Azure Legacy. Which is funny, the only prequel game I have not yet played is the first one. Go figure.
Now you see that changes it for me because I was originally going to play the prequels and then the.
Oh no, like I
these
said,
three.
yeah. You should Azure Legacy should definitely be the last one that people play, because the other 5 games can be enjoyed by anyone who has never even heard of Layton can just jump in. But Azure Legacy is different. Azure Legacy was meant specifically as a big farewell love letter to the fans.
I guess for me it's different. I mean, generally, I guess it's just me. I often like to play things in order chronologically most times, so I'd say
True, but you have to
either way
admit
can do
that
it.
the emotional weight of the story and the metaphors that they have in a narrative are much more powerful if you're already a fan of the series.
I will admit, one thing that is a bit jarring is how technologically is like, well, how, the 3DS games are compared to the DS games. That is one thing that feels a bit jarring. And oh my god, this part has been going on for a while.
Indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, see you in the next